So we now come to the conclusion of the Junior National Championship here in Rotax Max Challenge Clubsport here in Kerpen. And the grid is as follows. Hannes Border and the 206 will start from pole position, and alongside will be the 247 of Finn Zulauf. Farin Mega in the 245 and Lukas Scherbinskas in the 217 will line up on row number 2. Dominik Reuters and Valentin Klus in the 220 and the 211 respectively will round out the top 3 rows. Ahead of Linus Hensen in the 201, Denny Berndt in the 242, Leo Arndt in the 208, with Noel Gabriel Vogler in the 222, rounding out the top 10. Completing the 16-strong grid for one final time this season will be Paul Koch in the 212, Noah Engler in the 203. Rafael Basili in the 202, Luca Kiefer in the 209, and hopefully it's a better run this time around for Enrico Federer in the 213 and Korpen Hilbrands in the 241. So on this particular occasion, again, another 11 minutes plus 1 lap encounter. So it looks like all 16 drivers, 8 rows of competitors, will very shortly have a good opportunity to see if they can go into the off-season through the winter with pride and also bragging rights to boot ahead of next season's competition. So, Hannes Border on pole, Finn Zulauf alongside on the front row. Mega, Scherbinskas, Reuters, Klus, Hensen, Berndt, Arndt and Vogler. That is your top 10. 11 minutes set on the clock, plus an additional lap in their final race of the 2019 season. They go into the tram lines. The Rotax Max Evo engines roar into life, and we go flying our way, hurtling our way into turns 1 and 2 for the very first time of asking, as it's nearly 3 abreast at some points going through turn 2 for the first time. Some drivers going a little bit wide, trying to get the proper momentum coming out of the corner as they go through into the left at turn 4 for the first time. A little bit of, that was a bit scruffy from Scherbinskas there going through turn 4. So the 217 went a bit sideways and might have compromised a few drivers along with that, as they'll come powering their way down the back straight. And it looks like Hannes Border has clearly got away initially. Scherbinskas is in second. Third place is the 211 of Aris Competitions, Valentin Klus. And the 206, well, it's Finn Zulauf. My apologies there. So Zulauf leads. Scherbinskas, Klus, Border, Reuters now round out the top 5. As that's a great move from Valentin Klus up the inside of Lukas Scherbinskas through turn 2. Makes the move complete by turn 3. And so Scherbinskas now coming under fire from both Hannes Border and also Dominik Reuters. So the 217 really has to decide on one or two points of action. Either go for it or defend. But if he starts defending, that's going to mean that the 2 in front are going to get away. Oh, a little bit of a love tap from behind. Thanks to the back bumper of Scherbinskas' kart. Thanks to Hannes Border. And just behind Border is Dominik Reuters. As Border looks up the inside, a little bit further back down the order. Farin Mega looks to be in the trenches a little bit with Enrico Federer, who's made it all the way up to 8th position. And there's definitely been a little bit of contact through turn 2, down towards the bottom part of the field. So it looks like 2 karts collected each other slightly, but both of them were able to still keep circulating. As just keeping an eye on what's happening behind Finn Zulauf. Well, Zulauf is being caught by Valentin Klus. They were comparable on lap times as they fly their way through the curbs on the Schumacher chicane. So Finn Zulauf leading from Valentin Klus. Scherbinskas still holding off Border, Reuters, and now Leo Arndt is now coming into the mix. And that is the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th position. Just behind them in 7th is Enrico Federer, who's got past Linus Hensen for 7th place. Farin Mega now down in 9th position ahead of Denny Berndt. Noel Gabriel Vogler, Raffaele Basili, Paul Koch, Noah Engler, Corbin Hillebrands and Luca Kiefer. They are all still circulating. The field only separated by just under 8.9 seconds, but Klus is on a mission. He wants that first place. He's charging at Finn Zulauf, and that is absolutely brilliant purchase for the 211 through the Schumacher chicane as they come around the final left-hander to go across the start-finish line. It was just under 3/10 last time. It's 0.188. And whilst that's been happening, Dominic Reuters has jumped up into position. And there goes the move. Valentin Klus up the inside of Finn Zulauf through turn 2. And then Dominic Reuters still trying to defend as best he can for P4 on the road. So at the minute, and it looks like Scherbinskas is now down in 5th position. So that means that Dominic Reuters and Hannes Border have got past the 2:17. They come down the back straight into the fast, quick left-hander. And it is still game on for the lead of this race. So at the moment, Valentin Klus now having to defend. He's now the one with the bullseye in the back of the race overalls as they come across the start, lap number 5 here. So again, another junior race that's pretty much kicking off. So at the moment, Valentin Klus did a great move a couple of laps ago, but it's been undone by Finn Zulauf. And there's more positional changes. Linus Henson and Farin Mega languishing a little bit further than probably where they would like, down towards the bottom part of the top 10, rounding out the top 9 in fact. But now Finn Zulauf has got past Valentin Klus. Klus just needs to time this right, with probably a couple of laps to go. So he's got real purchase coming out of the final corner as Dominic Reuters now is up into P3 ahead of Lukas Scherbinskas. Hannes Border now down in 5th position. Enrico Förderer as Klus again reasserts himself up the inside of Finn Zulauf through the exit of turn number 2. Got the inside line perfectly nailed. Did the 211 from RS Competition. So Dominic Reuters again showing a great turn of pace. Could have had P3 last time out, but ended up P5. Corbin Hillebrands and Noah Engler also making some positional changes up the order. They're both 13th and 14th respectively, with Basili and Kiefer rounding out the 16 strong, as Scherbinskas is definitely really being pressurised. It's not just now going to be Hannes Border. Here comes Enrico Förderer in the 213. Head down, charging forwards. Border doing the move up on the inside. It's 3 abreast, I think, going through into turn 2. Oh, Scherbinskas gets a little touch from behind, sends him wide, and in comes. So what happened there was Hannes Border went up the inside, tried to go up the inside of Scherbinskas, pushed him wide by the slightest of nudges. It allowed him to take P3, but then Dominic Reuters and then Enrico Förderer managed to get up to complete the top 5 through the exit of turn 2 into the left-hander at turn 3. And ever the opportunist, Enrico Förderer now is moving forward at a proper canter. Because the two at the front are going to they're continuing to battle. They've got a gap of around about a second. It's now 1.5 seconds because Border, Scherbinskas, Reuters, Förderer, they're all battling. As Reuters looks to go up the inside again of Hannes Border for P3. But then Förderer has other ideas and tries to go side by side with him on the exit of turn 3. Now into the left at turn 4. So Förderer really has got the bit between the teeth and is not letting Dominic Reuters out of his sight. And he set the fastest lap as well, a 47.413. That's the best lap of anybody from the 213. Valentin Klus, with 3 minutes and 54 seconds plus an additional lap left to go, has got to hold on. Got to try and keep the head down, just not make a mistake, not give a window of opportunity. And he's just given it to Finn Zulauf, who's gone up the inside, heading into turn 2. Zulauf's got the line, and Klus is on the switchback, a little bit further back from them. Enrico Förderer goes side by side once again. The leaders are nearly side by side through the S's on the back part of the circuit between turns 3 and 4. That was close. So Klus now has got to just bide his time. But Zulauf will have to wait and see if he gets sent something up the inside on turn 2, or maybe could there be a move that no one can see coming, let alone the leader? But Enrico Förderer still definitely in what is now a 6-way scrabble over 4th position, which is being led by Dominik Reuters, but also with Enrico Förderer, there is now Farin Mega. Förderer's gone for the move, up the inside of Reuters towards turn 2. I think he's probably got the move done. He has, and in the meantime, oh, Reuters goes wide, drops down towards the bottom part of the top 10. That promotes Farin Mega behind Enrico Förderer to complete the top 5. But still at the front of the field, Hannes Börde has been marching forward. 47.340 is the fastest lap of the race from the 206, and he is closing. He's closing on the 2, warring out in front. There is a battle, but there will be a war decided at the end of this one, because Hannes Börde is now bringing the napalm into the 3-way scrap that is going to entice us for the next 2 minutes or so, plus an additional lap. And Reuters down as Klus goes for the lead. Zulauf responds, gets the switch back through the exit of turn 2 into turn 3. Börde's got the ringside seat. So it's still very much a case of what would Hannes Börde do? Because he's right behind Valentin Klus, who is in second. Finn Zulauf trying to get away as both Klus and Börde go through the left-hand approach into the Schumacher chicane. Line astern, it's getting closer. It was 0.5 of a second last time around between the top 3. It is now 0.396. Just over a tenth of a second down, less of a gap. And now it's line astern as they go through the exit of turn 2. Into the left at 3. Now through the S that the S curve that takes them through into the left at 4. Förderer is still running consistently well in 4th place. As Börde now really is going to try. I think he's now sizing the pair of them up for something that could be dynamic at the end of this race and at the end of the season. So we've got 43 seconds on the clock left to go here in this what's been an action-packed race thus far. So the top 3 line astern gap was 0.396. 0.277. 88 thousandths between Zulauf and Klus as Klus goes up the inside for Zulauf. Now here comes Hannes Börde, pounces on the 247, goes side by side on the entry into turn 3, slots back into 3rd place. So he's got about a lap and a bit to do what he thinks he might be able to pull off in terms of positional overtakes. And he's going for it. He's trying to wrestle with Zulauf for 2nd position. The leaders now, Valentin Klus leading, Börde now having to slot back. Has he slotted back into 3rd place? He has for the moment, but he's right on the back bumper, bump drafting on the back of Finn Zulauf through the Schumacher chicane. And this has given Valentin Klus the daylight he possibly needs at the end of this race. The final lap board has gone out, so Valentin Klus has one more hairpin to negotiate as Finn Zulauf again is fighting tooth and nail with Hannes Börde, who is not giving up. He's not giving up until the finish line. Is the 206 as he's tried to go towards the inside, but then Zulauf was already there, so Börde had no response. They're going to come down the back straight for the final time. So Valentin Klus has got some daylight now. It's only just a handful of corners, but watch out for what's happening behind us. Zulauf really coming under pressure from Börde. They come round the final corner, having exited the Schumacher chicane. The checker flag's going to wave, and it's one finger in the air for Valentin Klus in the 211 from Aris competition. Great tactician and strategy calls from the 211 from Aris competition. Finn Zulauf and Hannes Börde. And now Hannes Börde not happy. Not happy at all. That hand gesture was sort of like not a handshake. That was sort of like a say, what was that all about? But obviously all results are classed as provisional, but Valentin Klus closes out the RMC Clubsport season in the junior national category in absolute style there, winning by 0.281 of a second from Finn Zulauf in the 247. Hannes Border takes third. Great work through the field throughout the 11-minute plus an additional lap race by Enrico Föder in the 2:13. Farin Mega in the 2:45 rounds out the top 5 positions ahead of Leo Arndt, Linus Henson, Denny Berndt, Noah Gabriel Vogler, Paul Kosch, Corbin Hillebrands, Luca Kiefer, Rafael Basili, Noah Engler being the last of the 14 drivers that finished. And with 4 laps completed, we lost both Lukas Scherbinskas and with 4 laps to go, Dominik Reuters and Lukas Scherbinskas. So, Max, nach dem Siegerung, herzlichen Glückwunsch für heute, für diese Saison. Was denkst du über diese letztes Wertungslauf bei der Junioren National?
Also das, was ich jetzt gesehen habe, fand ich sehr gut. Vorne war immer ein Dreikampf mit Hannes Borde, Finn Zulauf und dem Valentin Kloß. Am Ende konnte sich der Valentin auch gut absetzen ein bisschen, also nicht so absetzen, aber er hatte halt schon genug Abstand, musste das dann nur noch halten und war auch nicht nervös oder hat Fehler gemacht, also hat er das eigentlich souverän.
Ja, das war eine super Reden bei der Kloß. Der hat, ich denke, 3-mal eine gute Überholmanöver über Finn Zulauf in die Innenseite von Kurve 2 bei der Hairpin. Aber er hat die Kraft, die Möglichkeit, noch wieder am Vorne zu stehen, weil das Kampf zwischen Finn Zulauf und auch bei der nicht zufrieden Hannes Border nach dem Rennen. Aber das war ein echt gutes Kampf bei alle 3 Fahrer heute Nachmittag.
Ja, ich fand es einfach sehr gut. Ist halt auch Rennen und wie Hannes jetzt schon gemacht hat, also das hätte ich jetzt nicht getan, weil es ist halt Rennen und daran kann man nichts ändern und jeder probiert das sein Bestes und ja.
Ja, natürlich, das ist Rennsport. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now get into the final 3 races still to go here at the fantastic, lovely, dynamic Kerpen circuit here in Germany, just around about 35 minutes from Cologne-Bonn Airport.